So monitor their throwing a little bit and make sure they're throwing and not just, we call it chase, chunk and chase, So get them. I mean, when we do our camps, I mean, just to kind of get them focused a little bit, we might go ahead and get them on a knee, and a lot of people do this, nothing new. But we'll get our elbow out, get this glove side elbow out, and then get your other throwing elbow into your glove. So see how I got that back lean, okay? And then we want them to throw it, and when they release it, we want that ball to be spinning backwards. So it's just a flick of the wrist, nothing else. There's nothing else involved. But you got that good base right here, and your back's flat, or kind of lean forward, and then just have them kind of pull that thing down. Okay, and that's a big deal because that'll start getting them to thinking about backspin on the baseball. Backspin on the baseball, get the ball to carry for them, and start paying attention to how they hold it. You get it on that four-seam grip right there, that makes it go straight. Okay, so you hear guys on the TV all the time, that guy's got a nasty two-seamer. Well, we don't want infielders to have nasty two-seamers. We want them to have four-seamers. So try to get them on top of the ball and pulling the backside. So we start that way, and then as they go, I mean, again, this is up to you guys, but we'll get them. We'll tell them put ball in glove. Okay, so ball in glove. We'll start with ball in glove, and we'll break, and then we'll do the same thing. So we just start. We're already turned. We're taking our legs out of the throw. So we got ball in glove. We're here, and then we just throw. So everything's touch right now, which they don't know how to do probably your age group. So everything's kind of touch. So it's touch throws are good for them early, and then as they go, we'll work them back, and then we'll long toss, and then we'll come back in. Now, as they get older, I don't know what age. I'm sure y'all all sprinkled out, but as they get older, what we do with our infielders is when they get to a certain distance of long toss, we will have them start working their cutoffs. So as the ball's coming, they'll start working cutoffs, and they'll just simulate a throw, and then they'll long toss back to that guy, and he'll start working his cutoffs. So you can practice cutoffs while you're warming up, and then as we get them, so they'll long toss and they'll come back in, and this is everybody, and then you come in and right now we're just kind of dealing with infielders, but we'll get them about, I don't know, it just depends on your group, I guess, but then we'll start working quick hands. So this is all with our warm-up. So we'll catch, throw, catch, throw, catch, throw, catch, throw. So they're working on catching the ball with two hands and getting it out, okay? And our guys, if you come and watch a game, they're going to do that every time they throw. So if you watch us warm up before a game, they should be doing that every time. So we get 20 cutoffs, and we get whatever we get with our hands, and then the last thing we do with them after they throw, this is infielders again, we put them with no glove, and they're just working short hops. So they're just throwing, and when we do our short hops, everything's attacking. Everything's attacking. What you'll find is younger kids want to bring everything in here. Okay, on a ground ball, that's fine, but on a short hop, we want to attack. And the biggest thing is break their hip flexor here, get their butt down, their back flat, and we tell them to show that little button on their back, on their hat, and everything's out front. And we just get from maybe from you to him, or me to you, and we just kind of probably at the shorter edge, you can just throw it under him and just let them work on attacking, because they won't feel the attacking of the ball unless you put them in the position to do that.
So just slapping it back to you?
No, they're just catching with two hands, so they're catching, but it's almost like they're falling forward as they feel it. Try to get their glove side foot out a little further, not much, probably right in here somewhere, and they're just catching. And then probably for y'all, I would just roll, just kind of just toss it and make it be a little. It won't be a hard short up, but as they get older, we make them challenge each other. And then so when we warm up, we've already covered. And again, it gets their mind thinking, all right, hey, this is baseball. We're not just over here chunking. Okay, so now they've already done cutoffs. They've done two-hand catching the ball, getting it out quick, especially middle infielders. And then we've done our short hops where we're catching the ball with our hands again. So that's a big deal. And we want to get them used to catching the ball with their hands and not using their gloves so much, because they always want to use this web right here. What, you ever see a pro guy? Their hands always sticking out. The glove's not way up in their hand, so that they've got flexibility with their hand. And that's really what you want. Just get them to start catching it in there and work on getting that hand on top. That's hard to do, especially at 11, 12, because that's a big deal. If they can start catching the ball with two hands, it's just an easier transfer to throw. So after we do that, then we're ready to go, whatever we're going to do that day. And then here's another thing. The best thing to do if you want kind of, everybody doing something, break your outfielders and infielders up. Get somebody to go with your outfielders and then somebody to go with your infielders. So if you can break them up, that helps a lot as far as your coaching. And then what we do with our outfielders, and I'm going to go what we do with outfielders when they warm up. They throw, long toss, and then we put them in what we call a 5-5-5 drill. Now it could be 10-10-10, it could be 15-15-15, whatever. But our 5-5-5 drill, basically when they're 90 feet, or you can judge the distance, we go 5 ground balls with nobody on. So we're going to round it, get big, get down on a knee, and then come up and they'll throw a ground ball to their partner. So we go 5 that way, where they got to attack it. You don't have to throw it real hard. Just have them being able to get around it, get real big, and then catch it out in front. All right, really exaggerate your eyes. Then we go 5 with a runner on base, fielding outside of our body. So we're here, and then we're going to throw. So we got 5 with nobody on, 5 with a runner on, and then we go 5 fly balls with nobody on, where we're behind it, we're catching it over our shoulder, and then we go ahead and go 5 with a runner on, where we get behind it, and we catch and we got momentum going. So we've practiced that every day. So now we put something other than those kids just to go warm up. Now they got a purpose when they warm up. So that's a big thing that kind of gets our guys going. Another thing you can do if they're really jacking around when they throw is, if they miss one, have them trade places, okay? And don't ever let them take 2 balls to warm up, all right? Make them take 1 ball. Because a lot of guys, I know the high school guys, they'll put a ball in their pocket and they throw one away, they'll pull one out, like they got one. So don't let them take 2 balls. And we implemented it at Grapevine right now because I'm new, and we're trying to teach things. But if they miss a ball, they have to switch sides. So let's say I'm on this side, I throw it, and he misses it, or it's a bad throw, I got to go get that ball. This guy comes and we switch sides. That will put more thought process into what they're doing and when they're throwing. You'll be surprised how much better they get at warming up. So that's a good one. Another thing, when you do your long toss, I learned this at the University of Texas. As they get out there a little bit, go ahead and drop that hat about 10 or 15 feet in front of them, and have the guy, when they long toss, keep the ball down and try to hit the hat. And that way they won't try to, they're trying to overthrow. Just have them try to hit that hat. It's amazing, kids. They'll really try to hit that hat. And then it's just a long hop to the guy. But it gives you something kind of down to aim for instead of launching it, okay? So you just get your crow hop and try to throw it and hit that hat. And then, of course, it's going to be a long hop to the guy. So, and if they hit the hat, they'll let you know about it. But they won't hit it. Pretty hard to hit. So that's something. So I guess my point in all that is, don't just let them warm up to warm up. Give them something to be doing while they warm up. All right, so let's go. Let's talk a little bit about practice plan and how we kind of do things. I don't know where you guys practice.